Welcome again, Irma. Welcome to the show. Welcome to this conversation. How are you?
I'm doing well. My eyes are a little fuzzy. I saw the eye doctor today, but I'm good. I'm
Mm-hmm.
good.
Good. I'm glad you don't have to read today. Yeah, we have this conversation. I mean, folks know the routine. I every other week, Irma and I converse on topics that we consider important. So we have a few items today, and I would like to first kick it off, Irma, with upcoming events. Upcoming events. Let me put you back
Get
somehow.
your calendar out, everybody.
What was that?
Get your calendar out.
Yes. Well, first of all, I was thinking as we came on the air that I'm so thankful that I know you and Gil, and that I came across the Arizona Barrio stories. You and I were talking about off the air that I try to do something similar to what you're doing, and it was not for me. I guess it wasn't meant to be at that time, but now is the right time. You came along, Gil, and I am so glad that we found each other, and now we're working together. So that this is amazing. You have an amazing platform, and it is my understanding that you have reached the 29K of members.
Yay! Yes, we have reached 29,000 members.
Wow, that is amazing. That is amazing. And you have to correspond with them consistently, right, on a daily basis, pretty much. I
Yes,
mean, not all of them at the same time, but those comments and posts that come in.
yes.
Now, do they have, once you accept them into the group, because I think there's a process where they ask to join, and then you basically accept them. Do they have the freedom to post, and then you basically, I mean, do they have this kind of freedom to post, or is there some guidelines?
Well, there are definitely guidelines. Once they find our site and they want to join or follow us, they have to agree to the administrative rules. And then once they're on, they are not free to post anything. We usually go through the post to make sure that they have a story, because we are Arizona Barrio stories. So we want
Hmm.
stories, we want memories. We don't want somebody trying to sell their dog, or they want to come service your vents for your air conditioning. So we have guidelines, and we hope that everybody follows them.
Great, but you are doing an amazing job, and I mean I'm sure, and Gail is on the back. What do you call him, on the behind the scenes?
He's way
But
behind the scenes.
yeah, but I mean you have become the face of this platform, and you're doing a great job. Thank you so much. Let me just go over the events that we are preparing in the next for the remainder of the year. Actually, yeah, on July. We're going to have in Avondale, we're going to have the Arizona Mexican Heritage, an American Story, this documentary by Dr. Pete Dimas. August, a painting event. September, History of Mexican Music, Ranchero, Norteño, and Corridos. This is working with Post 41, most likely it's going to be there. Then in October, we come back to Post 41 with another episode of Arizona Mexican Heritage and American Story. And then in November, we're going to have an end of year celebration, a special event with live music. This is going to be very good, most likely at Post 41. I don't have all the details except for this one on July the 22nd in Avondale. This is confirmed. It will happen on July 22nd in Avondale, this Arizona Mexican Heritage, an American Story. And stay tuned. We're going to be providing a link for people to register. So stay tuned for that. And the next thing, Irma, would you share with us? I mean, I know that we said a little something 2 weeks ago where you and Ray Martinez had the opportunity to spend time. I think it was a weekend, if I'm not mistaken, at ASU with the Aguila Youth Program. Can you share with us some of the insights, the experience, and then a call to action, so to speak?
Yes, by all means. Thank you for mentioning that. It was ASU downtown, not ASU Tempe. It was ASU downtown. We had the opportunity from Wednesday until Sunday to stay in a dorm. So that was an experience in itself. But Rosemary Ibarra Hernandez has this group, and it is a fantastic group. It is geared towards high school, but they follow them through college. She calls herself the Jerry Maguire of college. She helps recruit these kids to go to colleges. She helps them with finances. But the event itself, lots of leadership skills are learned. They learn teamwork. They learn etiquette. They learn how to handle themselves in an environment that, to get them college ready.
Right.
The weekend that we were there from Wednesday through Sunday, they had speakers come in. The theme was creating a masterpiece. And so they had art, a theme of art. They had poetry. They had painting. They did gallery collages with magazines, setting goals. And I was totally impressed. I didn't know what to expect this weekend. And they had these kids busy every single moment. And they got to bond with other people, other high schools. It wasn't just one high school, it was several high schools. So they got to meet up with other people from other high schools. Just a good time. I mean, I wish this was taken advantage of by more high schools.
Right.
It was definitely something our youth needs. And retired people, sometimes retired people look for volunteering opportunities. This would be something good. They have within the group, Rosemary calls herself, or somebody calls her La Chancladora. So,
okay.
Anyway, that's a funny thing. But she's also created some other acronyms. One of them is the FBI. I think it's fathers being involved, and the CIA, the comadres, in action. So there are other opportunities for people to help out, but it's giving our youth direction, giving them direction and helping them to think about college, and not just within the state, but thinking out of state. Sometimes we don't think outside of Arizona, but she has had, I believe it was said they're on their 18th year now, and many of her graduates, alumni are doing really well within our state and outside our state. They have done really well for themselves.
And they recently had a breakfast, right? And you were there taking pictures. I was there. I mean, AARP sponsored that breakfast. Was one of the sponsors then.
Breakfast,
and it's amazing. What was that?
Breakfast of Champions.
That's right. And it's amazing to see the alumni, those that have passed through the program, come back as professionals pretty much. And it is super amazing. And Rosemary is doing an amazing job. Obviously, there are other programs in the Valley. Fortunately, folks have other, the youth has other opportunities. But without a doubt, Aguila is doing an amazing job, and I think the community recognizes that. So that's great. So one of the takeaways for you there was volunteer, right? Find opportunities to volunteers. Yes. Well, we at AARP, obviously, we need volunteers. At this point, we need folks who help us with events and also presenting topics. So if you are a retired teacher, you like to learn issues and speak in public, my number appears on the video and my email. Send me a message and we'll talk about it. And last, Irma, Gumbi. You were telling me that you probably danced close to 2 decades to his music and singing. Is that the case?
In my 20s and probably my 30s. If you knew Gumbi was going to be someplace, you wanted to make sure that you were there because you knew it was going to be good fun and good dancing.
That's amazing. I was also sharing with you off the air that when I started this platform, I'm not kidding you, but what you and Gil are doing, that's exactly what I wanted to do. But again, it needed to take a little bit more years before that to happen through a different platform. And I'm just so happy and glad that it is happening, because the bottom line is that we want to serve folks and connect the community. And I did a lot of interviews. I mean, I just posted an interview with Frank Barrios on water in Arizona. I'm sure some folks have seen it on the Arizona Barrio Stories page. And I'm going to, in the next week or so, I'm going to post an interview that I did of Gumbi Salazar. Of course, he has passed, and we named that show Born to Entertain. And I think it's a very a name that fits really well with Gumbi. I also was sharing with you that we contracted his band, or I was actually with the Chapito Chavarria. The Chapito Chavarria, I got to meet his son, and he and I worked together, and we would invite them. I probably have at least a little over 5, you could say, concerts, mini concerts that they did for us. And I have the music, Irma, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I may just play it one of these days. I don't know if the copyright thing with Facebook, if they will, end the broadcast, because sometimes they do have issues with copyright. So I'll see. I might try it, and if not, I'll make it available somehow. But we'll be sharing a Gumbi interview, and then I have the music for the Chapito band in Gumbi's last, say, few years. So any final comments? This is getting good.
No, I just want to wish everybody a happy Father's Day this weekend, and hopefully everybody gets to spend time with their loved ones.
Same here. And we'll see you. I'm supposed to go to the studio and record, so we'll see you tomorrow, Irma. Thank you so much again, and see you next week.
Sounds good.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.